Oh yeah, this one for the YouTube. We got Aonehunnit in the
Yes, sir.
building.
Yes, sir. Rocking with the
Yeah,
Barhemian, man.
yeah, man. Early morning,
Yes, sir.
getting this work in. Let's go.
Top of the clock, man.
Yeah. All right. Give you the intro. Let's see. You on mic number 1. Right now in the building, we got a treat, man. This morning, we got none other than San Jose's very own A100 in the building. What's
Yes,
up,
sir.
bro?
Yes, sir. What's up, my brother? I appreciate you letting me pull up on you, man, and conversating and getting some of this music out there, bro. Gotta get in where I fit in, man.
Yeah, man, and you've been pushing for a cool minute. Like I was doing some research and I found out, not even found out, like man, we already are connected through, like just through music and through people. I want to give some shout outs here, man. Got to give a big shout out to T-Lo, formerly known as YT. Trevor or Mr. T right now. Shout out to bro. I don't want to put his government out there,
yeah.
but a big shout out to him, and also shout out to Major Moves, formerly Nito MCH.
MCH, yeah, that's my brother, man. Knew him since it was the same thing, since we were like first grade. You know what I mean? We've been rocking.
Yeah, and y'all had some music together in a few years back.
Yeah, like right before, I would say right before COVID, we got together and started SJM, and we were pushing hard, man. And then right when COVID hit, we were putting together like our biggest show, and things got shut down. But we flipped it to doing these pay-per-view shows. Yeah. So we would put artists on, film it, and stream it live. You know what I mean? And basically just keeping the shows pushing where we could.
Yeah, that's dope, man. But let's see. Let's bring it back. Bring it back. A100. Where are you from? When did you start making music? Maybe some of your influences.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm from San Jose, east side of San Jose, right there by Mount Pleasant High School. I started doing music when I was probably about 14, man. Like right after my freshman year, after the summer of my freshman year, I started rocking with a couple folks, and they gave me the opportunity to get in the booth, man. And the first time I heard my voice played back on the track, I was like, oh man, I love this, And then once I got the opportunity to start rocking shows, I mean, even in high school, I was doing like talent shows, and you know what I mean, just trying to get myself out there, and I just became so comfortable with it, man, and I just love the opportunity and hearing the production, everything played back when it's done, and I just fell in love with it, man. So yeah, I was about 14, 15, so 2007. I've been doing it for quite a minute, man.
Cool minute.
Yeah.
And so I went back as far as the stuff that happened right before the pandemic, but I didn't hear some of the earlier stuff. Like I know now you kind of have more. You use your melodies. And did you start out using your melodies, or was it always in the forefront, or were you rapping?
Yeah. So how I kind of came into it was my older brother. He used to get down. My brother Two Fly. He's out in Colorado now, holding it down still. And he kind of taught me the format, how to put together a verse. And so I kind of started off. I was always singing since I was a little kid, but I started as far as writing music. I started writing rhymes first. But then once I got to middle school, I started singing, and I got the attention of some females, and you know what I mean. And instantly, I was like, okay, I can make this work, So that kind of gave me the confidence. Like, I was doing it just because I loved to do it. But once I was getting feedback and everybody wanted to hear me do it, I was like, damn, this is dope, So my melodies were for sure. I always loved to do that, but I was so into hip hop that I was like, man, I want to be a rapper, So I was doing my thing. People knew me around the school for like getting down, like freestyling and rapping. But everybody also knew me for singing. So at the talent show, I sang "This Is How We Do It" by Montel Jordan. I set it off, bro. Once I heard that, "This is how we do it," people was like, it was on. You know what I mean? And I just got that feeling, bro. Like I just, kind of like was addicted to that. You know what I mean? So I got the opportunity. The first song I got opportunity to do, they wanted me to sing because that's what I was known for. But at the end of the song, they let me do a little 8-bar verse. So I've pretty much been keeping it consistent with both. But at a certain time, I was like, you know what? I think I could reach a larger crowd with the R&B, and melodies. just because it's universal. You know what I mean? So is hip hop too, but I think hip hop right now at the point where we're at, it's so available to everybody. You know that anybody could do it, and it's, you know, obviously, you know, hip hop. You don't really have to have the melodies as long as you get down with your wordplay and your rhymes. You're good. But you know, obviously being a singer, you got to be able to have those harmonies and stuff. So it's not as I don't think watered down is the right word, but it's like not as congested with R&B artists. So I feel like I could expand bigger on that platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not as saturated.
Yeah, exactly. That's a better word. I didn't mean, you know, not watered down, because there's a lot of dope artists out there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Is we get these phones, iPhones, and computers, and you know, everything becomes more accessible. You're gonna have people pushing the limits for sure.
And it's so accessible now. Like you said, even on your phone, you can do a track. You can make the beat on your phone. You can record on your phone. Might not be the best quality, but it's just there. So anybody could do it, literally. You know what I mean?
Man, this is a sidebar, but like I was talking with somebody about like how you can get people to really believe in investing in their self when they can produce like something that gets hella views off of their phone. Like say you recorded something on your phone and it went viral. Like how can we actually tell you to go hit the studio to make it sound better? It's like and pay somebody else.
Yeah. That's why people are making those moves, bro, because it's like it could be something as simple as that. Like you said, you just do it and it goes viral and you're on. Now you got your fan base. You know, and who's to say like you should go to the studio when you just did it by yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just keep it pushing.
Like you can't tell somebody that got success outside of how you see it to do it how you see it, and you might not have gotten to the success that they got to off of the phone. But still, I still think that going to the studio is definitely a good investment.
Of course. You want whatever product you put out, you want it to be the best quality. You know. Obviously, you could tell the difference for somebody who hasn't done it before, who has the home studio. You record something at the crib and somebody mix and master, it sounds good. But if you go to an official studio and lay it down, you're gonna tell the difference, bro. You know, if you've never experienced it before, I'm telling you, it's like night and day. You know what I'm saying? Even just the recording itself, when you're hearing it back, you're like, damn, that's you might not even have to touch that. But when they touch it up, it's like elevated. You know what I'm saying?
And even this is also a sidebar, but like even the experience, like sitting behind somebody that's working hard on your creativity, your vision, pretty much helping it come to life, even though you could probably do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's something about being in that lab, man. Like, oh wait, hold on, let's get that part. Yeah, hold on, let me get a little effect on there.
Yeah. I was actually I don't know if you've ever been to the studio. It's called Tone Freak Studio.
Tone Freak.
Yeah.
Shout out. I don't think so.
Well, I'm not sure who the exact owner is. I worked with somebody named Don Budd before. They're OGs.
I know about Don
Yeah, they're
Budd.
OGs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I met him last year.
Yeah, he's the folks, bro. And he did he's official too. Like he has platinum things hanging up in his studio, you know. And then like you said, it's an experience. You go and sit in there, it's like
it's tight.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be done, you know? Because you could get it at the crib and you're comfortable and, you know, you can take your time. But when you're, especially me, myself, like when I go to an official studio, I'm coming prepared, bro. I'm not wasting nobody's time. I want to maximize as much work I can do in that window. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go in there professional just like they are. Like you said, they're sitting there, that's their job, bro. They're not just showing up to help you out. That's their job. They make money off that. So you're going to somebody who's going to take their time. You're paying them to do it the right way. You're going to get the right work. You know what I'm saying?
And the vibes is cool. You're talking about Don Budd. I remember going to the studio. It's a hardwood floor.
Yeah, that's Tone Freak. That's Tone Freak Studio.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's tight. The hallway.
It's official. It's like what you see on movies. That's what it looks like.
Like a little, it's like a miniature Dr. Dre setup.
It sure is, bro. Right. It really is.
Yeah.
They got like a whole. You could set up like the song that I just did with the homie Aces. I just did it. He had a saxophone player in there. Like, you know, I could probably do it at the crib too, but this is like officially done. You know what I'm saying?
With the soundproof
Yeah,
walls.
yeah. You're seeing through the glass. You're sitting on the little comfortable couch up in there. You know what I'm saying? They got plaques. You know, they got the sound table. It's like it's a whole experience, bro. Than just like I said, you could do it at the crib and it'll sound dope. You could make it work, but like you said, it just comes down to the experience of doing that, bro. It's well worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think every artist should experience
For
the
sure.
studio like with somebody that's maybe not the homie, unless the homie is like on the path. You know what I mean? Like studying it, taking it serious. Like, hey, turn me up in the snare, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's how it is, bro. Like I said, like even I mentioned the saxophone player because my homie Aces, he raps and he sings. I sing on the song I was singing, so he's switching out microphones. The saxophone player comes in, he puts a whole different microphone in there because he knows he's up on game. He's not just going in there like, oh, we'll just keep the same mic. He knows like, okay, if I switch this mic, it's gonna pick up that saxophone the way I need it to, and he's coaching you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his job.
Yeah, that's another man. We just chopping it up right now. If you just tuning in, we got Aonehunnit in the building. Right quick, because I remembered. Hey, how can we find you and find some of your music on the internet?
So I would say the best way to get in contact with my my music and videos and all that, podcast appearances, on my Instagram. You can follow me at Aonehunnit, Aonehunnit, and I got a link in my bio. It's called Linktree, so it'll take you to everything you need, my Spotify, Apple Music, or you could just search me on, you could Google, and all my stuff will pop up on all my platforms. I'm under Aonehunnit the same way, Aonehunnit, and that Linktree is the best way to go, though, bro. I always forward people there because whatever platform you listen to your music is there. If you want to check out the videos, they're all there, so that's the best way to get with me.
Yeah, and we gotta take a small break right quick, but when we get back, man, let's talk about some of the albums that you dropped and some of the music that I have here on file, on hand. We got at least 3 songs to slap this morning with Aonehunnit in the building. Keep it locked right here on 90.5 FM, KSJS. And in the studio right now, we got Aonehunnit.
Yes, sir.
What's up, bro?
Man, we working, man. We working. We in here having a good conversation, and on this early morning, hopefully everybody who's listening is entertained, man. That's what we trying to do in here.
Hey, do you? I should have prepared you for this one, but do you remember your first bars?
My first bars, man. I remember a couple of my early ones. Like I said, I started writing putting things together. I was like maybe 7th, 8th grade, and I didn't even have a name, bro. I was in A1. When I first started, my first name was A1. Then it turned into Aonehunnit because I came across a few A1s. I didn't want to be the same as anybody else.
Yeah.
It's not a super crazy name, but I used to call myself King Drew. I hated it. It's like cringe now, you know what I mean? But my name's Drew, so I was like King Drew, and then I was like Drew Deasy, but then I found out there was a Drew Deasy. You know what I mean? So, and I was a kid back then, so it's not like I would have ran into anything, but I was just like, I don't want to be like anybody else, Yeah. But yeah, my first bars, man, they were cool. I mean,
what's some of the earliest bars, or are you comfortable with
some
of the earliest bars you remember?
Let me try to think of one. Back in the day, my favorite group was The Team, Clyde Clarkson and them, and me and my homies. My homies didn't used to really do music, but I used to think of us as The Team, So I used to be like, let me see, me, JD, we the new team. We ain't from the streets of East Side Oakland, Vallejo, Frisco, man. We yoking from the East Side of the Shark City. Something like, Something like that. I was I was trying to find my way, something simple like that. Yeah. But I got a whole book actually, bro. Literally from my first rhymes, I got like binders full of my old rhymes. You know what I mean? I kept all of them. Now I do it in my phone, but that's how I used to do it back in the day. But something like that. It was nothing crazy,
Putting it, getting towards the 10,000 hours. Like, man, I know 10 years ago, I think it was 10 or 9, that show with Dox Black.
Three-Headed Dragon.
The Three-Headed Dragon.
Yeah, that's my boy. Shout out to YDMC, man. That's my dog. We had All Day Dirt. That's my boy. He was on that. T-Lo put it together. Dox Black.
T-Lo.
Yeah.
Oh, he put that together?
Yeah, him and Dox Black, I believe they put that. Because T-Lo's the one who put me on it. And I know Doc's Black was the headliner, I believe.
Doc's had put me on.
Yeah. See, so we situated, man. We got the same kind of folks. Doc's Black's is cool people, bro.
Doc's is solid.
I think even Sean Black was on that too.
Sean Black.
Yeah, I think he was on it. It was a dope show.
It was.
Yeah, it was called Good Vibes, I think. Good Vibes. It was at the Miami Beach Club, or I think they changed it at that time. Might have been Back Bar by that time. Yeah. The sofa.
The sofa, man. Let's see. I'm about to
I think I might got that flyer somewhere.
I got it.
I just seen it pop up on my thing the other day on my feed.
Doc's Black, Edgewise,
Yep.
Young D, Zen How, Three-Headed Dragon, All Day Dirt, Bass Life. That's
Sean Black. Yeah.
Aonehunnit, Ryan Deasy,
Yep.
the Barhemian. Let's see, with guest DJs, Evil T,
Yeah.
Cut Fresh, Trippy Swagger, hosted by T-Lo.
Yeah.
Dang, man. This is in the archive.
Yeah,
right here.
it's got to be 10 years ago. At
Oh,
least.
90.5 was in there too. Let's see.
That was when T-Lo was doing the D-Lo at T-Lo here.
Yeah.
So he was pushing it on here.
Yeah, Hustle Villains, Humble Kings, Duder Space. Man, this is tight.
Yeah. It's crazy to have. That's what's cool about Facebook. I don't be on Facebook crazy like that, but the cool thing is it brings up those memories like that, brother. You might have forgot about. You know?
We was in the newspaper.
Yeah, I tell you, we was in the Metro. Yeah, bro.
Shout out to Metro.
Yeah. It was rocking. That was one of my I had done a few big ones before, but that one was like the one I was like, damn, we're getting shine on this, you know?
We was in the paper.
Yeah.
Paper,
and it was a good turnout from what I remember. I remember it being cracking. You know?
It was.
Yeah. We were putting on, man. It was dope. Man. Shout out T-Lo, bro. He was always looking out. Still does to this day, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to give a big shout out to T-Lo, too, because he sent me a person named Z that helped me out with an event that I was throwing. Man, shout out to Z, man. Shout out. He showed up and helped, and I've never heard from him again. But he did the damn thing, though. Man, he
came through with it.
Came through. But let's see. Let's talk about albums and stuff.
Okay.
I know we got a lot going on, but and you might have had some stuff before this. But the albums that I have listed here, you got Too Much Sauce in 2020, and then Too Much Sauce, like the number 2.
Part 2.
Yeah. Also in 2020, and then Holiday Sauce in 2022. The most recent one I see is While You Wait, but I mean that might be an early theme. But the sauce theme. Let's talk a little bit about how you put together the trilogy of Too Much Sauce, the number, and Holiday Sauce.
Yeah, man. So like I mentioned before, me and Major Moves was doing a lot of shows, and at this time I met an artist named Devin. He still does his thing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
Devin 408?
Yeah.
That's
the homie.
Right.
So I met him, got connected with him, and he got me in touch with a producer named DJ Agro. He was at a show, we had a little after party at my crib, and he started playing some beats. I was like, oh, for sure, let's get down. So I locked in with Agro, and I was just doing, he would send me a few beats. I'd do 1 or 2, send them to him, and he's like, oh, these are dope. This is dope. Send another one, this is dope. He's like, bro, let's just do a project. So that's how Too Much Sauce came about. I think it might have been like 9 or 10 songs we did on that one. And then from there, it was, I was getting some traction on it. I was getting some play, getting a lot of love on it. So we just kept it moving. 2020, we did 2 of them. At the end of 2020 is when I dropped Too Much Sauce Part 2. And same thing, that one, like the production, as far as the mix and master and everything, just elevated to a whole nother level. So that's probably my most proudest work that I'm proud of putting together was that one. And then to wrap it up, I did Holiday Sauce. There was a little delay on it just because my daughter was born, and I wanted to make sure I spent time being there for her, which kind of slowed down the back end of it, getting everything mixed and mastered. But eventually we got it done, and we put that one out, Holiday Sauce. I wanted to keep the same theme because it was a trilogy, like you said, and it was I dropped it right before New Year's. It was holidays, so I figured Holiday Sauce, But those are definitely 3 of my most proudest projects that I'm proud of, because just so many good memories from that, bro. Like all the artists that I got involved with it, just the production. DJ Abram was a monster on the production, you know. So I was able to get in touch with a lot of people, and I had a lot of momentum at that time, you know. So yeah, those 3 projects are definitely ones that like I forward people to, especially the second one, Too Much Sauce. You know, spelled TWO because it's part 2. You know, that's my one, man. I'm very proud of that one.
And let's talk about this song you got titled "Somebody."
Mm-hmm.
Was that a single or was that off of one of the sauce?
So yeah, so that was actually in between, I believe, part 1 and part 2. I was working with another producer, my homie Stewie, Stewie Beats. He's also, you know, a very talented producer, and we did the same thing. We did Somebody first, and then he really liked it. And he's like, I'm gonna send you a few more. Let's do a little EP. So that's kind of like my angle that I'm taking right now is finding a dope producer that I you know, collaborate with, that we have a good relationship, and we just put out EPs, man. I try to keep it short because not everybody has the attention span to listen to a 20-song album, 18-song album, so I try to keep it short and sweet, 4, maybe 6 tracks. So that song Somebody was off an EP with my boy Stewie. We did 3 tracks, and Somebody was the single off of that, and we also shot a video shot by T. King. You know, he's one of the iller videographers out here. So yeah, man, it's just a song about, you know, don't let nobody try to tell you you ain't something. You know what I mean? Like, people are gonna tell you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just a song about, you know, rising above all that. You know what I mean? So it's a little different. You know, I like doing party music and stuff, but you gotta speak to everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the other 2 songs I have from you are more club or party oriented, but this was the first one that kind of got me reintroduced to your sound and your music, and that's yeah, man, that's like the picture that comes to mind when I think of Aonehunnit is the Somebody one. Like, hey, don't let nobody like block your shine.
Yeah.
Tell you what you can't do, or tell you that you ain't somebody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm speaking to, man. And like I said, that's not really my comfort zone, man. I don't make music like that, but I just, at that moment when I heard the beat, that's what came to mind, bro. And it's something I really, I try to instill in my people, and the youth, that I work with. I try to let them know, don't let somebody tell you you can't be that football player. Like I had a kid that I used to coach since he was 3rd grade. He just got invited to the New York Giants mini camp. You know what I mean? Like, he did that. He's from right here, same spot I'm from, And so somebody gonna tell you, you can't make it to the NFL. You can't be a singer. You can't do whatever it is, just you rise above that, man. The words ain't gonna stop you from doing what you can do. You know what I mean?
That's right. And we're gonna jump into this track. Right now, if you're just tuning in, we got Aonehunnit in the building. You wanna drop the plugs again one more time?
Oh yeah. So this song's called Somebody, produced by Stewie. A collaborative project we did together. And again, you can find me on Instagram, Aonehunnit, AoneHunnit. Hit that link in my bio, and enjoy the music, man. Enjoy the move.
Let's go.
90.5.
Yeah, when I heard you playing this one, bro, I said my homie A-Man posted it. I was like, oh, that's dope, bro.
A-Hog?
Yeah, Hog TV.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He posted it, and I was like, that's dope, bro. Because he's the homie, too. I got some music with him, too. And he just posted, and I was like, Barhemian's rocking with me, bro. And then that's when I think I hit Major Moves after that. I'm like, hey, because he had told me he had another artist come in here or something. I don't remember who it was. And I was like, bro, if you got it, I was like, I know him, but I don't, I'm going to just hit him and be like, hey, get me on your show. But if you got a relationship with him, tap in. But then after he said, like I said, I linked up with him. He's like, damn, I forgot to tell you, you're going to go on the show, whatever. I'm like, damn, I'll just hit him myself, bro. So there ain't no miscommunication, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we tapped in, it's just been so long that, you know what I mean? We just needed to reconnect. That's all it was.
Yeah. This was, I think I asked him to send me a couple songs. This is one
yeah.
And, I played it. And I hit him up like, hey, bro, you know, it's like, dude. I slipped through communication part.
Yeah.
Once you hit me up, I'm like, all right, let's set it up.
Yeah. I appreciate it, because like I said, I mean, I try to hop on every opportunity I can to just keep myself in the loop. You know what I mean? I always got the music. The music ain't a problem. It's just these platforms where you can kind of reach out to a bigger crowd. You know what I'm saying? I did one with somebody else. He hit me up with somebody else here too.
Sam
Oh, Sway,
Yeah, I
yeah.
seen it. I was looking at y'all interview, or he posted it to YouTube. The audio.
Yeah. I think I had recorded some of it on my phone and I synced up the audio he had, so it looks official. You know what I mean?
Legit,
Yeah.
yeah, we can talk about that. Let's see. Shoot. That was Aonehunnit with Somebody. That's actually the first track recently that I played over the airwaves from Aonehunnit. But during the song, we was just talking about getting our music heard, like ways of getting your voice out there. You had kind of expressed like music is not a problem. You got a ton of music. You can crank out music. You've been doing music since
2007.
Yeah. So that's the easy part. But what about getting your voice out there? What has been some of the challenges, and what are some of the
benefits
of getting out there, and how do you do it?
Well, you know, like we were talking off air for a minute, there's just so many different platforms. You know, there's the shows, obviously radio shows, there's podcasts, there's internet radio shows. There's so many different avenues, different lanes you could take to get yourself out there, and I just like to take the opportunity to get myself in those positions where I could reach a different crowd, you know, because like you said, I got so much music, man. It's not a problem to put the music out, but it's about keeping your name out there too. People want to know your story. They don't want to just hear your music, even though they may enjoy it. Like, it's a different way to connect with your audience, you know. If they know your story, they might resonate with something you went through or something, the way you grew up, you know, and that might draw in more fans, you know what I'm saying? So every opportunity I get, you know, especially on the radio or podcasts, and podcasts and radio is even so similar to, like we were talking about earlier about the music, like anybody could do it now, you know. If you're not at a major radio station or something, you could run it right out the crib and do it that way. Internet radio. If you get your little setup, you can do your podcast. And I just like free form conversations, you know, because we could touch on so many different things. It don't even got to be about the music. It could be about like life and you know, the things you're going through, or sports, whatever. You know what I mean? And the people, and it's just another way to connect with your audience, man. So. I'm always tapping in with people, especially people who I know. You know, if I see they're doing something, I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? Let me come jump on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'll come talk to you. I'll make it. I ain't gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was talking about sports, man. I see the Raiders. Man, shout out the Raiders.
Yes,
I grew up a Raiders fan.
From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Dang, the Vegas Raiders.
It came to fruition, man. Looney spoke it into the existence. You know what I'm saying? Years ago.
He called that a long time ago.
yeah. You never heard that? I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. And that was when they were still in Oakland. You know, years ago. When I was a kid. You know, I was bumping that.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Yuck Mouth and Loonies. Yeah.
We did one with Yuck at the back bar sofa too. I did one with Yuck Mouth there.
What?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a town
he was a cool people too, bro, because he was just in there. I'm sure you've done plenty of shows. Sometimes a big name artist, they like to just be, you know, to themselves with their people. He was out there just kicking it. You know, went up there, pulled up on him. He saw my set, showed some love. I was like, man, that's crazy. Yuck Mouth heard me. Yuck Mouth, you know. It could have been different. You could have just been like, nah, I didn't hear you. I went up there and I was like, hey, bro, I just got off the stage. You have a chance to check me out? He's like, yeah, bro, slapping. Like, damn, that's cool, bro. Like, just that alone, you know, I was like, man, that's so dope. I grew up listening to Yuck Mouth, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's crazy.
Back bar was, man, that was
was jumping.
Yeah,
that was a movement, bro.
Yeah, whole movement.
Had the Cypher Squad up in there.
Yeah, Johnny V's.
I was there in Johnny V's, bro.
Johnny V's.
We was rocking.
Agenda.
Caravan now.
Caravan. I've never done an event at Caravan.
Yeah, it's
but
cool.
I've been to events at Caravan, and it got a real San Jose feel.
Yeah,
to it.
intimate too. It's not too big, like, you know what I mean. I liked it. I did a couple there.
Yeah, it's cool. I've seen. Let's see. I saw Docs Black there, Three-Headed Dragon, and they do all kinds of like
events.
Yeah.
They hold it down, bro. They hold it down
for the people. But let's talk about some of the visuals you have.
Okay.
Let's see. You have a video for the Somebody song. Right here, I see a song you got called Smooth.
With my boy Nieto, San Jose Major Moves, man.
Yep. The day San Jose stood still.
That was the time when we were doing those pay-per-view events. So the day San Jose stood still was one of them ones where we got a venue, had all the artists come perform. We filmed all of it, edited it, and put it out for pay-per-view. So just another, because there was no shows, bro. We couldn't do shows, couldn't have people come, so we had to do it that way. And it was just another way, like I said, stay connected, stay in people's faces, like stay relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would say, because that was right around the time of the pandemic. Is that how you pivoted, like to stay in people's minds or whatever? Like, how'd you guys handle the pandemic?
So, like I said before, we had just created San Jose Major Moves. We had probably already done maybe 10, maybe 15 shows, and it was picking up, bro. Like, we were getting top tier artists, like at least, I'm not saying like big name artists, but from San Jose, like the top of the crop. You know what I mean? Like dope artists, bro. And the one we were gonna do right before, we already had the flyer, had the artists locked in, and then the pandemic happened, so it shut us down. So we were just trying to brainstorm, bro. And I was actually given an opportunity by my homie DJ Raffman to do a live stream performance, so that's how I was introduced to it, me and Major Moves. So we both went through, rocked that show, and just like the people who ran it, this dude Mike Molda, he's dope too. They put together the whole event, and just to watch how they had all it was like as if you were on TV, bro. It was that official. Like, we had a dope venue. They had multiple cameras, multiple angles, and everything was streaming live. It wasn't like, oh, we're just gonna shoot it, cut, let's edit. It was like everything live, so everything had to be crispy. You know what I mean? And I just seen how they did it, and I was like, damn, why can't we do that? We could do that. I know video guys. I know audio guys. Like, we can make it happen. If we want to do it, we just get a venue. We could get the artists, and we're going to keep it rocking. And that's what we did. The first one we did was at Red Wall Studio. That was in Fremont. So same thing. We had a bunch of top-tier artists from out here. We had Cuddy Banks on there. We had, rest in peace to Cuddy. We had Tribe. We had Dynasty. We had Trauma Fresh. We had myself. We had Nieto. We had who else? I mean, it was a whole gang of us. Maybe like 10 artists, bro. And they were all dope artists. You know what I mean? And then, so that one was successful. We did the live stream pay-per-view, and then we did another one. I believe it was at the Glass House. And we did the same thing. We booked a show with dope artists, put it together, and it was just a way for us, such a young company, promotion company, to just stay relevant and let people know that it wasn't going to stop us. As far as the music goes, I mean, that made me go into extra work mode. That's when I did Too Much Sauce, the three of them, because I was just locked in. We couldn't do nothing, you know what I mean? So there was no excuse for me not to do music,
Right.
So, and I got the setup at the crib too, so it's like I didn't have to worry about the regulations of going to a studio, even though I still would do it, but like you had to have a mask on, you couldn't be in there vibing with the engineer, you had to be behind the glass only. Like, it was a lot of restrictions, so the pandemic, even though it did slow us down as far as doing the shows, it put me into work mode with the music, and we made it work with the shows based on what we were given and what we had. So we kept it moving, man.
That's tight. Let's talk about High Side Entertainment. I noticed that when I was searching you up on YouTube, that you have a lot of stuff under that channel. Let's see, right now, I see Aonehunnit featuring Bobby Vandross come through.
Yeah.
I see a couple I see a couple of different projects. Is High Side Entertainment like a collective or?
Yeah, for sure. So High Side, even before, I mean, when I was a kid, my older brothers, that was their crew. They were called the High Side. You know what I mean? And it was just, it wasn't nothing about no music. It was just like you said, a collection of people. Get together, have parties. We're into graffiti and art. We're into hip hop. It wasn't strictly music. But when I started doing it, when I first started doing music, I was doing it with people that I knew, like friends. You know what I mean? And then my older brother Jay the Truth, he's only about 5 years older than me. He was working on his album when I just started, so he didn't even really know that I was doing music. I was doing it kind of on my own, like learning and like saying, just getting opportunities. I wasn't like in there all the time, but he was working on his first album at that time. Once he heard me, I remember I played him a song and he was like, "Who's that singing?" I was like, "That's me." He's like, "That's not you." I'm like, "Bro, that's me." So after that, it was on. He's my brother, so obviously instantly we're locked in. So we started working, and he was really the only one at that time out of my family or my circle that was doing music. So he was able to allow me to get on his platform, because he had already kind of established himself and was putting together his album and was doing it official. And that's how I met a lot of engineers, a lot of studios through him. So us two together just ran with what my older brothers had already established as High Side. We just called it High Side Entertainment, and that's gonna be our table of people that we bring in. It's nothing concrete, but it's like that's what I push because that's how I came up, the High Side. You know what I mean? And we just kept it running.
Yeah, that's tight. But let's see. I got this song right here lined up called "Flashing Lights."
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk a little bit about how that came together?
Yeah, man. So, like I mentioned before, my situation right now, what I'm trying to do is obviously I work on my own stuff and with a collective of different producers on my own album. But what I like to do right now, since I did the Too Much Sauce trilogy, is I like to get with producers. This producer in particular, his name's ACAT Tracks. And I had heard of him for years, bro, and we'd been trying to get together, and it just, I would say last year, we finally got together, and we it's so organic working with him, bro, because like a lot of times when I work with producers, they'll just send me the beat, I'll write it, we link up, record it, that's the song. With him, I was like, "Hey, yeah, we could get together, send me some beats." He's like, "I'll just come to the studio." You know what I mean? I'm like, "All right, that's a little different than how I do it, but let's do it." Showed up, he making the beat on the spot. You know what I mean? Like from scratch.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just like, okay. And it's just different because usually I like to come prepared. Like I said, I have my everything ready. I'm going to lay my stuff down and we're done. So I'm sitting there, he's making the beat, and I'm like, okay, sitting there. I'm like, I'm just going to start working on it right now. While he's cooking it up, I'm going to cook something up. And it was just so organic, bro. Like I've never worked with somebody like that. So we instantly started putting together a project. Right now we got about 8 to 10 songs. It's already done. We're just in the mixing and mastering and getting the artwork done. But Flashing Lights is one of the singles. So we have 2 singles out right now. We have Flashing Lights and Better. They're the 2 newest songs that I've recently put out. They're just singles, but they're going to be included on this project with ACAT Tracks. He's a super dope producer. Like I said, I've witnessed people make beats before. I've been able to work with Sean T. He's like a legendary Bay Area producer. Now, he was at my crib right there watching him, but it wasn't for me, it was for my brother. But still, just I got to witness somebody do that before, but to see somebody do it with me, it was just, it's such a cool experience, bro. Like you said, going back to being at the studio rather than just being at the crib, that's a whole nother level to it. Being at the studio and creating everything from zero to the whole track. Yeah, and we did that every time, bro. We did about 10 songs, I believe, and every time I went there, sometimes we did 2, sometimes we did 3, sometimes we did 1, but it was just such an organic, like flowing relationship. He was making the beats, and he's giving me ideas too, even though I'm the one writing them. He's like, I think this kind of vibe I'm getting, and we just vibed out, bro, and made a super dope project. I'm looking forward to it coming out. But like I said, this single is Flashing Lights. It's the most recent one off that project. So we'll probably put out one more single before we drop the whole project.
Let's go. Well, without further ado, we got Aonehunnit here in the studio, and we about to premiere this song over the airwaves.
Yes, sir.
For Stop, Drop, and Roll show. It might have been played for sure, but yeah, this is the first time I'm playing it right here. What's up, bro? At
Aonehunnit. AONEHUNNIT. Aonehunnit on all platforms. You can find me YouTube, Google, Instagram, X, all that. Find me A100.
90.5
This one, I want to do a dope video. This one's like basically about a chick, you know what I mean? We're going to have like cameras, like, it's called flashing lights, so we're going to have cameras flashing, and, you know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. And I bust some rhymes on here too, you know? Like I said, I'm more on my R&B stuff, but this one I had to kick some rhymes in, you know what I mean? Looking super fly, fresh, really feeling like this on special occasions. In an all white dress, baby, looking amazing. I couldn't wait to get you out of the club. Walking out of there, everybody showing you love. I don't know if it's a weed or maybe the Hennessy, but with you got me feeling like I'm with a celebrity. Hands are clapping, cameras flashing. Can I get a pic with you with the people asking? Damn, I ain't know it was all like that. Walking in the street, people call like that. Hey, I can never be jealous of that. She's smart too, and she never fell in the trap with them whack cats who always trying to sell her a dream. And now she telling me she wanna be a part of the team. She like them flashing lights. Look at all the cameras flashing. Them flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel. Got her looking fly. Taking all the different angles. Them flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel. Why you tripping off things that the middies do? Kick them to the curb, they ain't getting the clue. Ain't a woman in the world that's as pretty as you. That's why I had to get you in the video shoot. I'm losing it the way you move your hips. I can tell by the smile you ain't used to this. Your eyes that light up when the camera's on. You was born for this, baby, you a superstar. Looking on point in that summertime fit. Hey, can't cooking up a summertime hit. You fancy, huh? Yes, you summertime lit. Head down,
You still on, you know?
sir, we rockin' with it to the top. I ain't gon' let it, I ain't never gon' stop. Put your glass up, we gon' make a toast to this. Me and you, baby, we gon' make the most of it. Hey, like them flashing lights. Look at all the cameras flashing. Flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel. Got her looking fly. Taking all the different angles. Flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel. All them flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel. Got her looking like a supermodel. All them flashing lights. All them flashing lights. Got her looking like a supermodel.
You wanna hop on and tell them where to find the song?
Yeah.
During this part?
Yeah, man, you can go ahead and find this song, Flashing Lights, on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anything, any platform that you like to listen to your music to, man. This is Flashing Lights by A100, produced by ACAT Tracks. You could also hit my Instagram to get the direct link, at A100, AONEHUNNIT. Hit that link tree, you can get this slap ASAP.
Do you experience mental health challenges? Join us at rcoz.us. We are an impact-based organization whose mission is to normalize conversations around mental health challenges.
Outside of music, if
RCOZ
you
is
wanna
an
highlight
open
it,
platform
you
that
talk about
promotes
the
inclusion
kids,
and connectivity within its community via short stories told by people from all walks of life.
and shout out.
Join us at rcoz.us.
Okay,
That's
for sure.
rcoz.us. Everyone has a story, and it's worth sharing. Those that are interested in sharing their time as a volunteer and or ambassador
Want me to
with
read
our
this one?
nonprofit are encouraged to contact us
You want me
via
to
our
read the top
website.
two?
We always welcome individuals
You
that
don't
want to
have to.
contribute
Okay,
to
just
and
the bottom.
believe in our
Okay.
mission.